Welcome back to Peace, Love and Tarot. This reading is for Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising. And Aries, this is your weekly intuitive tarot reading for April 20th to the 26th. This week for you, we have the Awakening Oracle card and we have the Shiva Oracle card behind that. We have the Eight of Pentacles, King of Wands, Four of Cups, Seven of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, and the Hierophant. Interesting situation, Aries. I'm definitely getting the sense that there's a situation that you're very over, you're over it. You are no longer willing to invest your time and energy in things that are just not giving you the returns. It's really a whole new change here, a whole new change of direction is what I'm seeing. Time to rebuild in the direction that you are passionate about. And that is your awakening, you're awakening to the fact that you are going to release what doesn't serve you anymore and definitely head in your own direction. So before we go to the tarot, let's go to the oracle cards here. So we have the Shiva card from the beautiful Yogic Path deck. Now, the Shiva card is all about, here's the god of destruction and rebirth. So I really feel like some of you are pulling down, some constructs in your life, a little bit like, tower energies, in order to clear the slate and really rebuild in a new direction. Shiva also talks about doing the inner work to evolve. And, sometimes it's when we release situations that are just not fulfilling to us, that in itself is, doing the inner work and creating space to bring in something new, something much more fulfilling. And that process of, death and rebirth, creation, death, rebirth, creation, or being reborn, that is definitely a deep awakening. So, this Awakening Oracle card talks about upgrading your energy, a new way of being, integrating the sides of yourself. Some of you might be integrating some of your shadow sides as well, or just having some deeper realizations about what's meaningful to you at the moment and pursuing those things, and that in itself is going to raise your vibration. Because we see, Aries, in your recent past here, like a sense of apathy or being, excuse me, very emotionally unfulfilled. That's what I usually see in the Four of Cups energy, especially when it's in the reading with, say, the Seven of Pentacles here. To me, this combination says, you're over it. Now, it's a general reading, guys. We've got the Hierophant here, so I would say the situation relates to some kind of institutionalized setting in your life that can be, in your relationships, obviously committed relationships, marriage, work, school, these kind of situations. Maybe the family unit as well can be an institution. I have a feeling that with these cards here that you've probably given it a really good go. You've really invested a lot of time and energy, blood, sweat and tears into whatever this thing is. So it could have been that you've really tried to keep on pushing with a field of study, but you knew it wasn't for you, or it's kind of like you were swimming uphill and it wasn't a match for you, and now you're sort of like, okay, well, I think I just need to retreat my energy from that. Same could be said about a career or in a relationship, being the one that's putting in all the effort, doing all the giving, and not receiving anything in return. Because, the person in the Seven of Pentacles has decided that, what, I've put in all the effort, I've grown this massive kind of bush of pentacles, but I'm not happy with it. I'm not happy with it because it was me that had to tend to it with my own hand. I didn't have any help, and I really want to be in a situation in the future that feels like it flows. It feels like it has a sense of ease, and it's giving back as much as I'm putting in. That's the Seven of Pentacles. And the Four of Cups is about, somebody that has retreated their emotional energy from a situation, potentially because it just wasn't delivering and it just wasn't fulfilling. So I feel like you've already pulled away from whatever that situation is, and you're kind of deciding now how you want to move forward. But I do feel, Aries, that you want to create something new. You want to build something new. You're seeking new opportunities. The Three Cups here indicate the sense of creation. 3 is the number of creation and manifestation. So I feel like it doesn't matter how much the person related to the situation, the boss, the manager, the lover, the partner, whatever, kind of keeps on coming in to try and, hey, come on, here's another little cup of love to keep this going a little bit longer. I really feel that you are more focused on actually, I want to go and I want to actually go and cultivate new cups. I'm ready for a new beginning. I'm ready to build a new sense of stability and security in a new situation. So that's what I'm seeing in those cards. Because I feel like, so let's go to the double sevens here. I feel like, again, not only have you put in the effort, but I think it's been a struggle. You know, the Seven of Wands kind of talks about having to keep on pushing, you know, having to have persistence and be resilient in a situation. And sometimes we do need to do that. However, we shouldn't be in a situation like in a key pillar of our life, like relationship or job, where it just feels like you're swimming upstream the whole time, because that is obviously very draining and can really, drain the energy resources. There needs to be a sense of ease and flow about a situation, otherwise it's just not sustainable. Now with the two sevens here, 7 is the number of attainment and understanding. So I feel like no matter how hard you tried in this situation, it's like you could never quite get out of it what you truly deserved or what you desired from the situation. So it's just not, not a match for you. And I think it could have definitely unleashed some inner demons for you. I mean, we can't see who is holding these wands here, these phantom wands that are coming up at this person, the warrior. So it's almost like, always trying to fight off your own voices in your head about this, probably telling you, well, maybe the situation's just not a match for you. But I really felt like you tried to push through that for a certain period of time, but now there's no denying it and you've retreated your energy. So yeah, the Hierophant, guys, our only major arcana here today, the Hierophant is really asking you to reassess the institutions of your life and maybe, seek greater fulfillment within those. So as I mentioned before, the Hierophant can be the, institutions of relationship, committed relationship, marriage, can be our work, it can be our field of study and that sort of thing. Now there's the two keys on the Hierophant. The key that points to the left can indicate the values that we kind of came in with, we came into the relationship with, came from our family, we picked up, that sort of thing. The things that were imposed on us. And, maybe you felt in that situation like you had to, dance to the beat of somebody else's drum or live to somebody else's set of values, and I really feel that's not fitting for you anymore, which is why you might have had the sense of it's just not fulfilling for me. I think you really want to go your own way, and you really are seeking situations, relationships, whatever it is for you, that are in alignment with your truth, with your authentic self, because that is the awakening. You're awakening to the fact that, maybe the situations that you've found yourself in aren't in alignment with you. Maybe you've gone through an upgrade, an awakening, and now you've changed energetically. So, there is that sense of needing to seek situations that are a vibrational match for you. The other key that points to the right does stand for our truth, our values. And the thing is, if we are living from values of the past that were imposed on us or handed down to us, it's quite often that we find ourselves down the track, awakening in a situation and realizing, actually, I'm not living in alignment with my values. I'm living out somebody else's truth here. And that's what I feel is the awakening of the Hierophant. The Hierophant is also a really spiritual card, and is about awakening to spiritual truths and seeking your own inner wisdom, the Hierophant within. Yeah, so that's what I'm really seeing in that one there. And in the near future, I think you are truly ready to go and seize new opportunities in whatever area of your life this is for you. The King of Wands is about stepping into the energy of being the true opportunist and, seizing opportunities as they present themselves to you, and then being willing with this Eight of Pentacles to put the hard work in to grow them. But the difference between the Eight of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles is the Seven of Pentacles, this person here has put in the hard work and is not happy with what they've got out of it. Now this person in the Eight of Pentacles is, probably putting in even more hard work, chiseling out these pentacles by hand. But my goodness, he's proud of his work. He's got them on display. It says to me that, the direction that you're going to go in next, you are going to be proud. You're going to be fulfilled. You're going to reap the rewards. You're going to get back what you've put in. And that's because you are going to pursue the opportunities that truly align with you. The King of Wands is strategic. He's not going to, he knows how to choose an opportunity that is the right one. There's no way he's going to pursue things that are not a fit for him. The King of Wands, is all about having that sense of passion, purpose, and fiery enthusiasm in life again, very different from this Four of Cups energy. It's through pursuing the things that are a true match for you. That's when you feel, lit up. That's when you feel the sense of accomplishment and the sense of achievement and pride in what you're doing, whether that's in romance, whether that's in business, whatever it is for you. So that's what I have for you, Aries. I'm just going to pull a couple of keywords from this little deck here to close out the reading. Just give them a little bit of a shuffle. I usually choose them from here. I've decided using these in the readings this week. So let's give it a shuffle. I like the look of that one there. Giving. Okay. So I really feel that the giving, now that you go through this transition, I feel like you will be able to give from a better place, that you'll actually also be able to receive as well, evening up the giving and receiving, and being more discerning about where you are giving your time and energy, not being like the Seven of Pentacles who's maybe overgiven and not got what they receive. It's about, reevaluating where you give and attracting opportunities that you also receive. Let's go for one more. Whoa. Gentleness. Okay. So definitely a sense of being kind to yourself this week, of softening and surrendering, not trying to push as much, because that can be a very Aries thing, feeling like they always need to be in warrior mode, always need to be, pushing and fighting for things. But sometimes we just need to soften and surrender to the more subtle energies and allow the universe, or whatever you believe in, to guide us. So Aries, that's what I have for you this week. I'm going to leave it there. Feel free to leave me a comment if this resonated. Let me know how it's playing out in your daily life. Do keep in mind it's a general reading, so it won't be for everyone. And I'll see you back here next week for another reading.